Little Pony mystery, a My Little Pony mystery. It's a My Little Pony mystery, a My Little Pony mystery, a My Little Pony mystery. We're back, we're back, we're back. And so's he. Da 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 da. Dodge climbed up onto his owner's back as they looked up and saw a window, quite a long way off the ground, but it was the lowest window in the Black Pony's castle, and the only way to get in to save Desiree, Poncho, and Kathy. Lancer began to climb up towards the window, and Dodge clung on for dear life. But soon the pony and guinea pig had made it through. They looked down out of the window and saw Truly far below.
"There is no way that I'm going to be able to get up there,"
Truly said.
"It's just too high up. I'll try to jump it if you like, but it's too far for me to climb." "Oh, just try it, Truly, please. We're not going to be able to save the three of them on our own, are we?"
Dodge said. And so Truly took a few steps backwards before taking a run up to the window. She jumped as hard as she could, but could only get up to about halfway between the ground and the window before she fell back down.
"There is no way that I can get up there, I'm afraid, Dodge. You and Lancer will have to go and save Desiree, Kathy, and Poncho on your own. I'll stay down here, and I'll go make sure that Sparkle's okay occasionally. The rest of the time, though, I'll have to stay in hiding." "But you can't do this to us,"
Dodge said. But Lancer was already turning away from the window and walking down the first of many corridors which he and the guinea pig would have to travel down in order to find the dungeon. It would be quite hard, as they had not been in this room in the Black Pony's castle before, and so they did not know where the dungeon was. Every room was painted in black, and the carpets were black too. Apart from the occasional pink rug, everything in the castle was black, and so it was very hard to tell one room from another.
"We're not gonna make it to the dungeon, are we?"
Dodge said, after he and his owner had been searching for quite a long time.
"Don't worry, Dodge, we'll make it." "But what if the Black Pony of Darkness sees us?"
"After all, I'm sure that he is watching out for us at this very moment."
"The enemy is on the watch, he's so evil and mean. In fact, I think he may kill us if we are even seen."
"We shouldn't be so disheartened just because we haven't found the dungeon yet. After all, I think we may just be about to find it. I recognize this corridor. This is the one that leads to the dungeon."
The Black Pony of Darkness was actually in the dungeon, and he had put Kathy and Poncho in 2 cages, and was now making Desiree walk in to a rather larger cage, so that the 3 of them could not speak to each other and form some kind of escape plan. After he had done this, he walked out of the dungeon, and Lancer and Dodge were still too far down the corridor for him to see or hear them. But just in case anybody did come, he decided that he would set a few more traps up the corridor. He walked into a secret room, which could only be accessed by pushing aside a bookcase, which was actually a secret door, just to the left of the dungeon door. Inside, he kept a magic wand, and as he waved this, he knew that he was forming several traps all the way up the corridor. Then he walked through another secret door, the other side of his secret room, and he was back in the main part of his castle. Luckily, one of the traps which the Black Pony had set, a huge hole in the ground, had been just behind Lancer and Dodge when it had appeared, which meant that neither of them had fallen. But another trap lay just ahead. A trap which would be irresistible for a certain black-nosed Abyssinian guinea pig. The pony and guinea pig turned the corner and saw the dungeon door just ahead of them. They knew by now where the key was hidden under a pink rug just outside. But when Dodge pushed the rug out of the way, he found not just a key, but a cucumber, perfectly sliced and on a plate, with his name written on it.
How sweet of you, my dearest owner. I didn't know that you even thought to put out food for me when we were in the middle of saving someone.
And Dodge picked up the first slice of cucumber and began to eat it.
But I didn't put it there, Dodge. Stop eating it.
But it was too late. The little black-nosed guinea pig had started to disappear.
Help! Help me! Somebody save me! I don't know what's happening. I'm disappearing! Where am I going?
And then Dodge was gone. Lance had decided that he should first go into the dungeon and save the 3 creatures who he had originally come to save before going to search for Dodge. The pony had to walk quite a way into the dungeon before he found the 3 cages where the black pony had hidden them round a corner.
Kathy! Poncho!
Desiree said, turning and calling the 2 guinea pigs who were in cages behind hers.
I think that somebody may have come to save us. Just stop crying, open your eyes, and look, you may find that it is true.
I think that somebody has come to save you. Desiree laughed, thinking about her rescue home song. She was so happy that she started to sing. Now that she, Kathy and Poncho knew that they had a chance of escaping, all 3 of them felt like dancing on air. I was dancing on air when I saw you, dancing on air with glee. I bet you were disappointed when you saw 'twas only me. I could have done cartwheels in air when I saw you. 'Twas such a big surprise. I wish you would stop your song now. I know it's a pack of lies. I could have been flying. I felt, don't tell me, lighter than a cloud? Yep, stop your lying. I really was laughing out loud. The sight of you sent my spirits flying. Stop this nonsense now. I know you're lying. Why can't you believe? I felt just great. But Desiree, trust me. I thought my dreams would all come true when I saw the shape at the door was you. I thought you'd come to answer all my prayers. Time will tell if I can save you. But there's one thing I'm sure of. Don't tell me. My song is just one big lie? No. The thing that I'm sure of is, one day all our dreams will come true, and I will be dancing, prancing, dancing. Well, at least you got here safely. I don't know why you look so sad. I mean, at least now, we'll be able to escape. And then you'll be able to go back home. Well, that's not a reason that I look so sad. It shouldn't just be me who's here. Originally, Truly, Lofty, Pinkie Pie, Dodge, Splodge, Sparkle, and Twinkle were with me. But somehow, I was the only one who made it here. Why? What happened to them all? Lancer quickly told Desiree how Splodge had got caught in the iron gate, Lofty stuck in the mud, Twinkle had got washed down the river, Pinkie Pie had had to stop because she was so tired, Sparkle was still wrapped in the brambles somewhere, Truly had not been able to jump up to the window. But before Lancer could say how Dodge had disappeared, a little voice interrupted him.
And then finally I was captured. Which just wasn't fair. After all, how was I to know that delicious cucumber on the floor was a trap? How was I to know that my dearest owner had not prepared a lovely cucumber for me? That's what I thought, but it was actually that horrible black pony of darkness.
It was Dodge, and the voice was coming from the other end of the dungeon.
Where are you, Dodge?
His owner asked.
Over here,
a voice called from the gloom.
I'll come and find you in a moment, but first of all, I gotta work out how I'm gonna get into your cages.
After all, I don't know where the keys are.
Well, if you come and save me, I think I have an idea. If we can't use the key, then all ponies and all Ponyland pets can always use a bit of pony magic.
What do you mean by that?
I'll explain as soon as you'll let me out of here, and I think that together we may be strong enough.
And as Lancer went in search of his little guinea pig friend, he began to sing once more.
Finally, I have reached my goal. I've reached it at last. All of my friends have been captured by that pony. He's not nice. But now I promise, Desiree, oh savior, come on me. We'll have you out of there in a trice.
Just gotta kick ass me off twice.
And as the pony and guinea pig sang this last line, Dodge stood up on his front legs and kicked his back paws together at the same time as his owner, and Dodge's cage came open. Lancer and Dodge raced back over to the 3 other cages and did the same in front of each of those. And side by side, they managed to save Desiree, Kathy, and Poncho. But just then, they heard a familiar, nasty laugh coming from somewhere over the other side of the dungeon. I have all 5 of you caught on a special camera, and I shall begin to chase you in just 10 seconds, so you must get out of the castle. The 3 guinea pigs leapt onto the pony's back, and Desiree began to run alongside. Down the corridors they raced, and luckily they managed to find their way back to the window, where Lancer and Dodge had got in. The black pony chased them into the room, just as they jumped out of the window, down to where they had left Truly, although she was now not there.
You'll never get away with this,
the black pony called from the window.
And are you quite sure that you just spoke the truth, Black Pony?
A voice called from behind a bush, and a familiar white pony by the name of Truly raced out, carrying a bucket of water.
After all, I found this bucket just down here, and I thought while I waited for Lancer and Dodge to save Desiree, Kathy, and Poncho, who you had happened to lock up, I would use this bucket to go down to that river and get myself a drink. So now this bucket happens to look a lot like a bucket which scared you away before. It's even got the same amount of water inside it. And if I remember rightly, it was a silver bucket which scared you before. Black ponies are scared of silver buckets, aren't they?
Desiree took the bucket off of the white pony and held it up. So are you scared of a silver bucket? Desiree asked, holding it up towards the window.
It's not the silver bucket. It's what's inside it. Empty the water out, girl from Earth.
Oh yes, Desiree said. Now I know that it's the water that you're frightened of. I shall empty it out. And Desiree aimed the bucket at the window and tried to throw the water at the black pony.
Whatever you do, don't throw it up here,
the black pony of darkness said, and turned around. But 2 droplets of water hit the pony's tail. And although Truly, Lancer, Desiree, Kathy, Poncho, and Dodge could have been mistaken. They did all see the same thing. As the water droplets trickled down the black pony's tail, 2 strands of his hair changed colour. No longer were they black. They became yellow, pink, blue, and purple. The 4 colours in the black pony's tail glinted in the sun for a moment before he raced away, obviously terrified of the water.
I will get my revenge.
The black pony's voice came from inside the castle, although the 6 creatures standing outside were quite certain that his voice did not quite sound the same as it usually did. Maybe just a little bit nicer than it normally was. Truly, Lancer, Desiree, Cathy, Poncho, and Dodge did not hesitate, though, in running away, because now they had no more water to scare the black pony with, and so he could have easily chased them.
Well, now we must go and save our friends, Desiree said, and get away from Nightmare Land as fast as we possibly can. First they raced back to the clump of trees where Sparkle had been wrapped in brambles. Just as the note had said, the brambles had now stopped growing and were slowly disappearing. But Desiree could not stand to see her guinea pig wrapped in the horrible leaves, and so she quickly tore them off and gave Sparkle an enormous cuddle.
Oh, that was absolutely horrible. But I'm so pleased to see that you've been saved, Desiree, and so it was worth every moment of it.
I'm going to take you back home now, Sparkle. I might not have liked it down on Earth, but I think that's the place to go. Because Ponyland really is just full of many dangers. On Earth, my problems are much smaller than they are up in Ponyland.
Oh, and by the way,
Sparkle asked, looking at Lancer, Dodge, and Truly.
Did you manage to save my brother and my sister?
Yes, they did, Desiree said. The 2 guinea pigs were now riding on Truly's back, and Desiree put Sparkle up with them.
Oh, I am so pleased to see you again,
Sparkle said.
And I am pleased to see you, Sparkle. Because, I thought that I would never see you again. Do you know what I mean? Yes or no? Or do you or don't you? Of course I do. Could you tell me any more about the rest of our family? I hadn't thought about it like that. Because now I know some of my family. Well, we would, but don't you think it would be more polite and kinder to Twinkle if we wait until we find him? Yes, I suppose you're right. But until then, let's just talk about what's been happening down on Earth, Sparky.
My name's Sparkle, not Sparky.
Well, all the sisters are always allowed to, call you what they like. I don't think that I like that very much.
But I suppose I can put up with it. I've waited long enough to meet you both. So the name Sparky instead of Sparkle is the least of my worries. And the 3 guinea pigs laughed as they snuggled up next to each other. They were soon back at the helpers' shelter, where Pinkie Pie had been looking at the diaries.
We're back,
Dodge said.
We saved them. Now, did you find anything else in the diaries?
Pinkie Pie quickly greeted Desiree, Cathy, and Poncho, before telling them that she had found out quite a lot in the diaries.
But unfortunately, not much that I can tell you. We can't carry all these diaries with us, and a lot of it was all in abbreviations anyway. There was too much to write down on the one piece of paper I had on me. But I have written down a few notes. Desiree, you said that you had joined a couple of internet forums. I found out that several of the Black Pony's helpers are on there.
Yes, I found that out as well. And Desiree told her friends how she had discovered that helper number 43 was a particular person who she knew from MLP forum. Her initials were SAS, although on the forum she liked to be known as PKW.
You mentioned being a member on a television forum, Desiree,
Pinkie Pie said.
I did discover that helper number 20 was a member on there. He joined on helper number 31's birthday in 2004. That's October the 25th. I found out that was helper number 31's birthday by reading helper number 31's diaries. She's the helper with the 14-year-old daughter and the 12-year-old son that we heard about. Her daughter's initials are LM, and the first letter of her son's name is J. Unfortunately, she always uses initials. Her husband's name is WM, apparently, although we don't know who he is. And I know that they got married on Christmas Eve, 1988.
Well, I must be careful who I speak to on the internet then, Desiree said. After all, I could be giving away valuable information to our enemies. By this time, they had reached the river where Twinkle had been washed away.
You say this is like where my brother stumbled and was washed away, down this river?
Kathy asked.
Yes, that is what happened. He was washed around that corner, and that was the last I saw of him.
The Ponies crossed the river, not using the terrible broken bridge this time, because Desiree noticed that there was a much safer bridge just a little way down the river.
If only we'd seen that before,
Dodge said.
Well, it was raining that night, wasn't it?
Truly said.
I guess that's why we didn't see it. It was pouring with rain. Nobody could see anything. Well, if only we had seen it, then we would have been quicker in saving Desiree, Kathy, and Poncho, and I could be eating a nice cucumber cake right now.
They looked everywhere for Twinkle, but could not see him anywhere. With Desiree, Kathy, and Poncho's help, Truly, Lancer, Pinkie Pie, and Dodge, who had been the only creatures with Lofty when she had got stuck in the mud, managed to help the yellow Pegasus out of it.
I'm so pleased to see you,
Lofty said.
I never thought that anyone was going to come back and help me.
Well, at least you're safe now, like us, Desiree said, speaking of Kathy, Poncho, and herself.
Unfortunately, though, we can't seem to find Twinkle anywhere,
Truly said. It was already 8:30, and very dark, but they still searched for Twinkle for another hour. But at 9:25 that night, they decided that they would have to give up. Sadly, they made their way back to the Iron Gate where this adventure had started. This time, one human and 2 guinea pigs had joined Truly, Lancer, Lofty, Pinkie Pie, Sparkle, and Dodge. But one guinea pig was missing.
Desiree! Desiree!
A voice called from the Iron Gate. I'm so pleased to see you again, Splodge, Desiree said, running over and helping the guinea pig free from the Iron Gate.
I want to get some cucumber cake,
Splodge said. Well, maybe it's best that you don't eat some cucumber cake for a few days. If you hadn't been eating so much cucumber cake, then you wouldn't have got stuck in this Iron Gate in the first place.
I suppose you're right there,
Splodge said.
Maybe I ought to eat only 2 or 3 cucumber cakes a day. Large ones.
And everyone laughed along with Splodge. Until Splodge turned round and said,
Where is Twinkle?
Truly explained about what had happened.
Well, that's just terrible. We gotta find him. He could be out alone somewhere, desperately looking for something to eat. I'd hate to be him.
We'll come back and look for him tomorrow, Desiree said. We've already searched for him for an hour.
What? Before you even came and saved me? You mean you left me in that uncomfortable iron gate while you looked for that horrible skinny guinea creature? I shouldn't have said that, should I? Poor little Twinkle.
And sadly, the 5 guinea pigs, the girl, and the 4 ponies began to walk back to the hot air balloon. They searched every bush for the missing guinea pig on their way, but did not find him.
Where have you been?
Gusty asked when they arrived back at the hot air balloon.
You've been 2 whole days, and a bit more. Gusty, they've been trying to save your guinea pig,
Mimic said.
Yes, but I just can't stand sitting in this hot air balloon any longer,
Gusty said.
Especially with that moaning and munching coming from under that map. Yes, and did you find my brother and sister?
A familiar voice said from under the map. There were a couple of munching noises, as though someone was eating something.
Because, I've been waiting, and I'm getting to the point that I can't, wait anymore,
And a familiar little ginger face appeared from under the map, with a celery tart in his mouth.
Twinkle,
Truly said.
how did you get back here? I just, walked, I do happen to have 4 legs, so as soon as I managed to find a place that I could, climb up out of the river, I just walked back to the hot air balloon. I thought it was a sensible place to, wait for you, Give me that celery tart,
Dodge said.
Where we've been walking around looking for you, and you've been sitting in the hot air balloon eating my packed lunch. Well, Gusty and Mimic, said that I could eat it. Because, they said that I was getting on their nerves talking so much, and that was, why I was talking so much, So did you manage to see, Kathy and, Poncho?
Yes, they did, Twinkle. They did. And Sparkle pushed the 2 little guinea pigs down off of Truly's back and into the hot air balloon.
Kathy! Poncho! I've been waiting to, see you for so long, And I had, wanted to see you for so long, too, little Twinkie.
Yes, that is, right.
My name is Twinkle, not Twinkie.
Well, Kathy says that older sisters can call their little brothers whatever they like. And I said that we would put up with it, because we have been waiting to see them for so long, Twinkie. After all, we don't know who was born first. They seem to have no record of whether you or I was born first, being twins, and so, as we don't know, I can also get away with calling you a Twinkie.
Then I can, call you Sparky, too,
Twinkle said. Yes, I suppose you can, even though I don't like it. I haven't thought about that. How about we still call each other Sparkle and Twinkle?
Oh, and Gusty, I'm, sorry that I've had to show myself to everybody to, escape. But I thought it was, what you would like me to, do.
And the same to, you Mimic, Poncho added.
What are you talking about? Sorry. It's been so hard trying to keep you hidden away from all of the other ponies at Paradise Estate. And in this silly secret pet belief, there is a rule that if someone does see the guinea pigs, then from then on, anyone will be able to see them. So I won't have to keep you hidden anymore. You mean I'll finally, be able to, see Sparkle and, Twinkle, and all of the ponies who live in, Paradise Estate? Yes, that is right,
Mimic said.
And you too, Poncho. So all of us will now be happy, it seems. And all thanks to the ponies and pets going to the rescue,
Dodge shouted. And as the hot air balloon took off towards Dream Valley, the ponies and pets, who had gone to the rescue of Desiree, Kathy and Poncho, began to sing their rescue song. one final time.
We're Ponies and pets, and we rescue. For journey far, that's the only way of saving you. We're Ponies and pets, and we rescue. Now Desiree ain't going home, once again we come through. We're Ponies and pets, to the rescue. We'll save you from the black pony, your house is what you need. There were challenges, and you just to face. But we put them all aside to make sure that we don't succeed. To the rescue. We did the black honey and stop your pain and blue. We're Ponies and pets to the rescue. No matter what happens, we promise, but we will save you.
Lofty, Pinkie Pie, Mimic, Gusty, Twinkle, Dodge, Sparkle, Splodge, Cathy, Poncho and Desiree returned to Paradise Estate. Desiree couldn't stay though, because she had to get back to the My Little Pony rescue home. She took the box of ponies, which she had brought up to Ponyland to their supposed new home, back down with her to their original home. She thanked the ponies for saving her, and also for looking after her box of once plastic My Little Ponies, who she was now taking back to the rescue home.
Does this mean I won't get my welcome party?
Truly said.
Well, I remember my welcome party,
one of the two Lofties said inside the box. Yes, you will get your welcome party, Truly, Desiree said. I promise you, you will have your welcome party. But it's going to be absolutely fabulous, and so you may have to wait 2 or 3 more weeks, because I'm hoping to have some very big surprises at it, including lots of new friends for the My Little Pony rescue home. And all of the ponies cheered as Desiree walked through the door of the My Little Pony rescue home with the box of ponies in her hands and Sparkle and Splodge following behind her.
It is nice to be home again,
Sparkle said.
I agree with you. Now I can have some nice cucumber cake.
Splodge, do you ever think of anything but food?
No,
Splodge said.
Food is my main priority.
And it seemed that everything was back to normal. Although now, of course, Sparkle would be able to visit 2 more of his siblings up in Ponyland, and Desiree had just had an idea on how Sparkle and Splodge and a lot of other pets in Ponyland could soon be reunited with their siblings who were locked up in the pet shed behind Paradise Estate. Desiree, Sparkle and Splodge did not get back up the rainbow until Thursday the 11th of May at 6:30 p.m. They made their way to the front of Paradise Estate and found that a huge party was taking place. Twinkle, Dodge, Cathy and Poncho were sitting up at a little table. It was obviously a party to celebrate the fact that Twinkle had found 2 of his siblings and was now allowed to see them.
It's just like such a shame that, my other 4 siblings not here,
Twinkle said as Sparkle and Splodge approached.
Well, one of them will be joining you shortly. After all, I do think that Truly said she was going to go and get Sparkle and Splodge.
Well, I was just about to, but it appears there's no need. Look, Desiree, Sparkle and Splodge are coming here right now. Twinkle, Dodge, Cathy and Poncho looked up and sure enough saw their friends from Earth walking towards them.
Can we join the party and eat a bit of cucumber cake?
Splodge asked.
Well, I suppose so, my dearest brother. It's just that I would have liked to have eaten it all myself, and that was one reason why I didn't want my owner to go and get you. You wouldn't even need to like having this extra cucumber cake and celery tart, you know. It's only that two of my siblings have, you know, been saved from the horrible Black Pony of Darkness, and like the fact that I can now be with them more often. You know, if not for me, then you wouldn't be having any cucumber cake or celery tart at all, Dodge, you know. So don't be so, like, greedy. Am I right? Yes or no? Well, what do you think? Well, if it means that I'll have some extra celery tarts if I agree with you, then I would say you are right, Twinkle. And everybody laughed as Sparkle and Splodge sat down around the table with the other guinea pigs. I'm going to go and give Steve some of this celery tart, Posy said. It's not fair that he should miss out on it just because he's not allowed out of the pet shed. Desiree watched as Posy trotted into Paradise Estate and pulled her set of keys to the pet shed out of a drawer by her bed. Posy trotted back out of the estate and began to walk around the side of the building towards the pet shed behind. Desiree realized that this was her chance. Silently, she crept behind the little yellow pony towards the pet shed and watched as the tip of her pink tail disappeared into the shed. Desiree sprinted across the grass towards the little green building where she knew that all of the pets were locked up. Then, silently, she followed inside. The shed was bigger inside than she had originally thought, and Posy had gone round a corner. As she entered, she saw piles of hutches all around her, with lots of guinea pigs and rabbits in them. But there were pets of all kinds further into the shed. Dogs and cats and gerbils and hamsters, birds, mice, rats, and even a very friendly purple lizard. Desiree took a good look at all of the animals, a lot of whom were trapped in quite small cages and looked very unhappy. And all of this just because of a silly belief that it was bad luck for anybody apart from someone who owned one of the pets inside the building to look upon the other animals. But, as Desiree now knew, if somebody did happen to see all of the pets, they would be free, which meant that as soon as she had looked at all of these animals, their owners would have to let them out of the pet shed. And then Desiree saw something quite high up in the building, which made her very happy indeed. Inside hutches, marked with the pets' names and their owners' names, were 3 little guinea pigs. 3 of Sparkle and Twinkle's siblings, who Desiree had never been able to meet before. Baby Heartthrob's pet guinea pig, Mary Beth, Baby Cuddles' baby pet guinea pig, Marcia, and Posy's guinea pig, Steve, who the little yellow pony was just giving a huge celery tart. Posy was startled when she turned round and saw Desiree. What are you doing here?
She asked.
The other ponies won't like it that you've seen their pets. It's considered very bad luck.
But I was told by Gusty and Mimic on the way home from Nightmare Land that somebody who had had to see some of the pets, as in Kathy and Poncho, by rescuing them or something, was allowed to look at the other pets, and once they'd looked at the pets, the animals would be free to go wherever they wished. And then Posy remembered the old rule. And so Desiree and the little yellow pony set to work opening all of the cages, and soon lots of different animals were running out of the pet shed towards the party outside Paradise Estate. Poncho, Kathy, Sparkle and Twinkle were very pleased when they saw their other 3 siblings running towards them.
Oh, finally! really, I'd like to be able to know them, you know.
Twinkle said.
And me,
Sparkle added.
it seems like a splendid idea to just spend the rest of the evening here. And hopefully by then I'll have found out lots of things about my family that I never knew.
And so the 7 guinea pigs sat down around the table while the other pets frolicked around the rest of the meadow, happy that they were free once more.
Isn't it nice to be free again, away from evil Pony Black? I didn't think that I liked it at home, but now I am pleased to be back. Sliding down rainbows, eating celery tarts with Poncho and Kathy. Sometimes good things come from bad. We found our long lost family, and everyone is happy. Isn't it nice to be free again? I just walked in the pet shed over. After the spent the fancy the sun, I just we can run among grass and clover. Thank you, Daddy. No problem, my friends, having been captured, I knew. Being separated from your families must be horrible for you. Now we're reunited, it's true. Hello, Twinkle, isn't it? You know, a lovely day. Ponyland is like where we're found. Our long lost brothers, Twinkle and Sparkle, their dearest pets, which is why I am home in Ponyland, a place we'll never forget.
And sure enough, Kathy, Mary Beth, Steve, Twinkle, Sparkle, Poncho and Marcia did spend the rest of the evening together and spoke about the old days when they had been back in the pet shop. And everyone hoped that now everyone was free from the black pony, and now that the pets were free from the pet shed, since Desiree had been captured and seen Kathy and Poncho, meaning that she could free them from the pet shed, showing that sometimes good things do come from bad. There would be many more happy days like this to come.
Dream your dream, it could come true. Just call for me, and I'll come to your rescue. Think of me, guess who you'll see? I'm your best friend, my little pony. Sometime when you're feeling glum, think of me, I'll change your tears to laughter. With your love, I'll trot along, singing a special pony song. Ponies care a lot, ponies love a lot, bringing hope and love your way. Ponies want to be friends to you and me, come and join along, spreading laughter every day, in a special pony way. In a moment of sorrow, call for help, you'll know just where to go. Climb the rainbow, help set hand,
'cause you have chosen Ponyland. Are you feeling sad and lonely? You know who's always there. Someone who will listen and someone who will care. And if you're in deeper trouble, there's someone for you too. The ponies and pets to the rescue. Ponies care a lot, ponies love a lot, bringing love and joy your way. Ponies want to be friends to you and me. Come and join the parade, spreading rainbows every day in our special pony